Thanks for stopping by for this week's No BS social media chat. You know, we've talked, throughout the years, even going back to some of these first videos back 3 years ago now, we talked about giving your social media activity a minimum of 15 minutes a day. But let's be honest. While I've been telling people if you give me 5 minutes 3 times a day, you can at least get engaged in social media. If you're only giving social media 15 minutes a day yourself, I don't want to say you're wasting your time, but you're just kind of spinning your wheels. And I think that's the reality. As social media gets more complex, as there are more sites to be engaged with, you got to spend a little bit more time. And we had a conference call recently with one of my clients, and I was talking about that. It's like, I understand the need to do business. I understand the need to engage in the business you're in. And I've had this discussion with recording artists, with my friends in the media. I've had this with small businesses. I've had this with agencies I've worked with charities I've worked with. I understand you need to spend the most amount of time you can engaging in your main priority. But social media has become so important to growth. Social media has become so important, to your visibility, to your brand, to all those buzzwords that we hear all the time when it comes to marketing. Well, you're probably going to have to figure out how to spend more time. I've been doing this now on the social media side over 10 years. And as I was telling somebody the other day, I remember when I came to Nashville and started working as a social media consultant, and everybody thought I was crazy. And now I'm just a small social media consultant in the world. And I've sat down with companies who engage in plans for social media for recording artists, for major labels that are tens upon tens of thousands of dollars just for a small plan, because they have a plan in focus. More for an artist of that nature to spend $10,000, they're going to get $100,000, $50,000, $200,000 gain. And I think that's the important part. It's about figuring out how to budget it to work properly, in your wheelhouse. But if you're still just doing it for yourself, if you're still just working the social media thing quiet and behind the scenes and doing it the small way, that's okay. But I think I don't want to say it's naive, but it's naive to think that you can just spend 15 minutes a day and truly get the benefit from social media. A lot of people tell you, we've talked about this, we focus on the four main social media sites: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. With the popularity of Snapchat, with the popularity of some of the other sites, Vine for a while, you can engage in those sites, but do you add it to your mix? Do you exclude something from your mix? And I think that's the most important thing, is finding the one social media site that you get the most results from, that you enjoy working with the most, and then spending the predominant majority of time on that each day. But don't ignore the other sites, just in case things start growing and all of a sudden you see engagement levels on those sites that you weren't even planning for, but you need to prepare for. Does that make sense? So I think while it would be a perfect world if we could just spend 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the midday, and 5 minutes at night playing with social media, in today's climate, in the world of social media now, you can't. I've got some clients, I've got some friends, man, who are on Twitter all the time. And I don't think they're tweeting 10 times an hour. They may be tweeting 15, 20 times a day. And that takes time. Even if it takes 30 seconds to do each and every tweet, only 30 seconds to each and every tweet. Well, if you do that many tweets, you're talking 10, 15 minutes right there just on Twitter alone. Now, what are you doing with Facebook? What are you doing with YouTube? I was talking with an artist the other day that I was working with, and I've been tracking her data for a while, and I said, I see you get the most results from YouTube when you utilize YouTube. But the problem is you can't just, throw a quickie video up there. It doesn't, like these videos. Even though I'm talking to you for 5 minutes, that doesn't mean it just takes me 5 minutes. The video just doesn't get recorded and automatically uploaded. We put the intro in the front, we put the intro in the back, we edit it, we trim it, we make sure everything looks good, we go through the process to make sure the audio is synced to the video. And for each and every 5-6 minute video, we put in a half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes up to an hour with each video, and that's once a week. So imagine what you've got to do to make sure your social media grows, to keep up with the other people who are utilizing social media. Again, I know you don't have all the time in the day. I know time is precious, but I think it's time to really start thinking about how much you can give to social media each and every day, and I do mean each and every day. There are no days off in social media, and those of us who are practitioners of social media, we know that, and we feel your pain. But again, if you look at it like work, it's going to feel like work. If you make it a part of your life, make it a part of who you are, you'll reap the benefits down the road. Let's talk more about social media. My phone number, my email address, all coming up here at the end of the video. You can watch, well, you can go back in the video archives and watch any video you want anytime, nobssocial.com. You can find us on YouTube, find us on Facebook. We're around. Again, where you're watching this week, come on back next week for another No BS social media video. Again, if you want to chat, I'm just a phone call, a text message, an email away. I would love to talk with you, help you, well, get on the road to the right path. Have a great week. Thanks.